Okay, hello everyone um, who watching this lecture now and who watch this lecture in recording. Today I will talk about build systems. What is build systems? This is some kind of tools which helps to developer to compile and to build his written code. The main goals of these tools is compiling, packaging, and running some tests after successful compiling. Most of materials I use from the presentation, which you can see in this link below. And now, how build process looks without build automation tools. We have we can have option to build by hands our code, and it looks like, if we talk about Java code, it looks like this. So we can run Java compiler, we have our code in Java file. Of course, this approach have lots of different disadvantages, and mainly it's difficult to work if we have a lot of files in our project. If we have one file, this approach is okay, but usually big projects have lots of files, hundreds, sometimes thousands of small files, and every file is in folders, subfolders, use some different libraries. So for modern projects, usually this approach is not possible to use. Also, one of problems is platform dependency. If we work under different operating systems, we usually have to use different libraries, different drivers if our project use these libraries. Of course, if we just have one file, this is not problem, but as I told before, big projects have lots of libraries, and if we build for for example, for Windows operating system, we probably will get problems if we will try to build same projects under a Linux or Mac OS operating systems. And one of another big problems is absence of logical connections. It's difficult to work with these files, difficult to understand where we have problems. If we want to rebuild, we have to rebuild everything. So actually, this approach have lots of problems, and here is just three main, but um, this is not suitable for real work approach. Another is one step to the automation side of this called shell script. Some people and today use this approach in their projects. Uh, what it means? We write some special tools, some special scripts, and these scripts help to developers to build their projects. But again, it's almost made by hand, but little bit automated. And we get next advantages. We have possibility to run a couple of commands, so we can write these commands in script, of course. We can make some logical connections, and it will be easier to understand what and how it works or doesn't. Also, we can divide our building process by stages. For example, clean, previous, compilation, uh, compile stage, testing stage, and to understand better or on which stage we got problems. And this approach has disadvantages as previous as hand compilation approach. We have platform dependency, and we, for every our new project, we have to make new new scripts or review previous scripts. So this is kind of human work, and this is not good. Okay, and one of the oldest, one of the most famous build tool, it's called Make. It appeared in 1977. It's open source, and most of people who met with open source tools, they know this tool. Uh, what it make easier? It offer to write some dependencies in make file. Kind of we can create make file and write inside what we will do for clean, what we will do for install, for uninstall. So it's kind of scripts, but it have more advantages. So uh, the main advantage of this approach is that we have single build process description on every in every situation. We have the same steps, but disadvantages, of course, it's the main is platform dependency. Mostly make is written in C language, so this language is platform dependent. And another big disadvantage of these tools is that it doesn't support Java tasks and some Java special stuff. Next step to build automation process. This tool called Apache Ant. It appeared in 2000, and as you can see, this approach also ask to write some description of project in so-called build XML file, and after that we can run Ant compiler, and according to our file it will build our project. This approach have some advantages. It supports Java language and some Java specific tasks. Uh, as it supports Java, it became platform independency. One of the bigger advantage of Java projects. This is platform independency because Java platform offer this, and it has some plugins. It's extensible, and also we can use some parameters. We can create our own parameters for our special build needs. But these two have lots of disadvantages. Uh, like new, when we get some tools, the users ask about new wishes, and the um, new wishes of users was code versioning conversion. So uh, at this time, lots of problems was connected about how we will decide which version is released, which is testing version, which is in development, and how to work with these versions. Um, so this tool doesn't offer these needs, doesn't cover these questions. Also, this tool have no strict convention in code layout. So how you will write your code, was free of your choice. This tool doesn't ask something about this. Also, it have very primitive management about dependencies. It just was collected in lit folder. And also, this tool doesn't support popular testing tool, JUnit 4. And next is the like the people solve these disadvantages and make one another step. This is kind of new version of Ant of previous tool. It has automatic dependency management, but mostly of other disadvantages are the same. So it's kind of little pack, little additions for to apt Ant building tool. And after that, the new tool, which is became and they kind of popular, and today it's called Apache Maven. It's appeared in 2004. This have lots of new advantages. It offers strict convention on code, which helps to developers. It provides strict life cycle, so developers have to predefine goals of the applications or project which they develop. Also, this Maven comes with some remote repositories. So it's not just tool, this is kind of infrastructure solution. When you use Maven, you also use remote repositories which kind of solve problems with dependencies. And as described below, dependencies stores in the local repository. Also, this tool solved some problems with versions, and this tool offer support of multi-module projects when we have project which consist of some kind of separated parts. And another more modern, and this tool is popular and for today, it's called Gradle. It's appeared in 2009. It's compatible with Maven features, and it have some difference. It use Groovy language to describe something in a build Gradle file, which you can see here how it looks like. So it describes which repositories it uses, which dependencies of our project has, and which is very good advantage of this tool is that it able to use same remote repositories as Maven already has. But moreover, this tool also support plugins which Maven doesn't. So it has some advantages, and in some kinds it's maybe better and more useful than Maven tool. Next, it's kind of alternative tool, also popular, called Scala Build tool. This is here there are not too much about advantages and disadvantages. This tool probably has more kind of new features. It's like looks in the developing process from other side, and then this Scala Build tool offer interactive console. It looks kind of you run ASBT, and inside this console you run some commands which you can describe in the build files. Also, this tool can support some plugins, some tools which Maven doesn't support. So in some kinds, for some special projects, this tool can be more better to use than Maven or Gradle. Another kind of special tool called Leningen, and it has some own special features. One of these, this is usage of so-called repo, so closures repository, and Maven and other tools doesn't have possibility to use this repository. But if you need something from this repository, then probably you have to try to use this. And we talk about Java building tools, but also lots of another languages, programming languages, which have their own special tools, special solutions. One of popular tool is called Rake, also known as Ruby language, and the description is in so-called Rake file, and it have own dependencies, own dependency management system. It's called Ruby Gems. Another is tool called Grant, and it's for JavaScript. As previous, it has file called Grant JavaScript file, and it uses dependencies management system called Bower. And another popular building tool system, it's called Cabal, and it's useful for Haskell language. As previous, it has own repository called Hackage, and some difference that most of files have format like tar gz, and it's not jar. And as you can see, most of modern building automation systems are the same in some features, because it solves the same goals. The main goal is to automate building process. Also, it solves dependency management problems, mostly by using of own by using own dependency management servers. Also, these tools clear they offer some own life cycle, and also they solve some versioning problems. So these automation tools solve following solutions. They improve code quality, they make building process easier, they solve problems connected with testing and some errors connected with absence of some libraries. And as a result, these tools help to save time and money and make the work of developers easier and more effective. So here is a short description of these tools. And probably this is all what I wanted to say about this. So maybe we will connect with these questions in the following lectures. But for today, probably that's all what I wanted to say. Thank you everyone for listening. See you on the next lectures. Bye bye.